Bum! Dobra, i lecimy tak. Cyk. Cyk. No to Starfield. Dzisiaj w kolejności. O Jezus. Pyk. Pyk. Co? Pójdziesz czy nie pójdziesz? Czekajcie chwilę. Co zaś jest grane? A nic. Dobra, działa. Ja tu tylko sprawdzę jedną ważną rzecz. Czy jest w ogóle, czy nie ma? Moment. Na razie to nie ma nic. Czekajcie. Moment. Nie no, jest coś. Jest aktualizacja do Starfieldu. To może jeszcze zaktualizuję ją. Zobaczę. Czekajcie. To musimy coś wymyślić. I wtedy zobaczymy, czy te nam będą działać. Okej, zobaczymy, czy nam będą działać te nasze. Okej, wiecie co? Sprawdźmy, czy będą działać nasze questy. Także na razie chwilę poczekajmy jeszcze. Bo jest mi to bardzo takie. Zobaczymy. Musicie dać mi sekundę, dobra? Ja sobie to zrobię. Nie macie nic przeciwko temu. 0,5, dobra. No już teraz się pobierze. Okej. Pyk. Dobra. Coś sprawdzić, aby to wczoraj wyszła ta aktualizacja. Musicie dać mi chwilkę, dobra? Ja już wam to zrobię. Moment. Ready to pad. Oj. Moment, muszę to sprawdzić. Go to the update run. O, no. Że tu jest kłopot. Sekundę, dobra. Dajcie mi tylko sekundę. W ten sposób. Już zaraz będzie gotowy, ok? Jeszcze czekamy. Aż się zrobi. Come on. O, weryfikuję już. Robi mi weryfikację wszystkiego, dobra. No szybko, stary, dawaj. Co? O Boże. No czekam. Jeszcze. Aha. Patching in progress. Poczekajcie, mam tu. Patching in progress, please wait. Dwie minuty. O. Ładnie. Czekajcie. To ja na razie może to przerwę. Nie. Pyk. Dobra, ludziska. Tylko czy tu się to zrobi? Oczywiście, że nie. Poczekajcie, bo ja teraz muszę naprawić to. Muszę jakoś zatrzymać tą apkę. Otwórz. O. Dobra, teraz już może być. Dobra, teraz już mamy wszystko gotowe. No to co, kontynuujmy więc. I zobaczymy, czy nam tam te poboczne zadania wchodzą. I czy się nam udaje wykonać. Może naprawiło się kilka błędów.
Everyone seems more distant in the lodge.
Dobra.
Guess that is to be expected.
Chodźcie, sprawdzimy. Mamy tak, mamy na pewno to. To jest do zrobienia. Ja to chcę zobaczyć, aż czekajcie, tak. W pierwszej kolejności. Zaraz zobaczymy, czy to będzie działać.
Hey, if you have time, I've been thinking about some things. Wanted to talk to you about it.
Rozmawiaj z Bartonem, o czym ty chcesz gadać?
Let's get out there and do something
Najpierw.
shall we? You know, traveling with you has been more than just good old-fashioned fun. It's been, well, therapeutic. I know. It didn't seem like it, right? Well, I was hiding it from everyone, including myself. I can see now how much it was affecting me. I know now that clearing Irvin's name would set me free from the grief.
No dobrze jest. Jeszcze sprawdzę.
Well, I buried my pain about Irvin for so long that I needed a nudge and a different
Czas było utwardzenie są. To nie wiem. Wszystko jest git.
Well, just ask. Anyway, thanks for the support, Cap. Yeah, of course. Vasco is a fantastic co-pilot. He doesn't sleep, he reacts quickly. He's a fascinating friend. That's just a fact. Which brings me back to that plan I mentioned earlier. I think I know how to move forward now. But I'm going to need your help. My contact sent a gift. Nope. They were confident about not being
Teraz
detected.
jesteśmy skazani na niego, no cóż.
Too confident. Yep, my friend from Neon, who has helped me out more times than I deserve. Seems real to me. So they found an insurance settlement. Irvin's employers got paid as compensation for sabotage. They claimed they had to ditch the whole mine and all the equipment inside and construct a new mine with new equipment. They were reimbursed for all of it. For accidents, sure. But the grounds for this was sabotage. And that has to be proven in court. It's a whole nother ball of wax. And this ball was huge. We're talking enough credits to fill a small moon. So there's definitely a motive. The missing piece here is proving that Irvin was framed. So I discovered that Irvin's original lawyer still practices law. And she'll look over everything we found. Irvin's case was her first case, she said. She always hated how it ended. And she's now got 2 decades of experience behind her for a rematch, too. Yes, I believe so. Every case she's worked on has been in the interest of regular, everyday people. She doesn't seem to be in this for the money. I mean, heck, she said she wouldn't even charge us for the initial consultation anyway. Oh, detective. I like the sound of that. If I'm the detective, does that make you my trustworthy and sensible partner with a heart of gold? I swear it was a cliche in old detective novels. You have the hard-boiled detective who's seen it all, and the optimistic assistant who wants to save the world. Damn right we are. Anyway, we should take everything to the lawyer and see what she says. Maybe she reviews it and decides we have no case, or we need more evidence. I don't know. If we don't have a case, I can probably let it go. But I have to try. Oh, yep. I've got a key card for it. But I don't know what condition it's in. It's been 20 years. But I got the ventilation and power turned on, so I think it's safe. Yes, I've already arranged for my contact to drop off the evidence at our office. Fantastic. I knew I could count on you. You're as reliable as an atomic clock. I've sent a list of everything we found so far to the lawyer in Gagarin. You know, I actually feel optimistic about this. Lead the way, detective.
Spoko. To nie właśnie czy... No hej. Co tam?
like a...
Sprawdzimy, czy się Sprawdzimy, czy się naprawiło.
Oh, right. The Rock. Sam told me there's a good bar around here.
My mother wanted me to be a doctor.
Once we head through those gates, the Asta will start hunting us down pretty fast, so beware.
Nie liczyłem
Factor
na
in the
to.
local gravity before doing that?
Chociaż, ej, patrzcie.
Quit it!
Ej, działa. Ej, naprawiło się. Patrzcie to. Ej, to może tam to się też naprawiło. A spoko, śniadanie zjadłem i na razie siedzę. Aha. No spoko, ja miałem też. Kurde. Zaczęło to działać po tym aktualizacji. Ej, to może tamten quest też się odblokuje, ej. Ej, no to teraz powiem wam. Może się uda. Wcześniej nie dało, wiecie? Nie dało się. Dobra. Bo mi się wcześniej nie udało tego zrobić, bo się nie dało tych zniszczyć, tych kamieni. A teraz się udało, więc może się naprawiło też tamten jeden quest. Chodźcie, sprawdzimy.
A pleasure to see. My manor in the core has been approved by both the mayor. Marvelous. One step closer. I can't wait to tell Miss Wolf. I know it's not much, but this is well earned.
Super.
I'm the best realtor in town, if I don't say so myself. Remember me if you ever need a realtor.
Dobra. To jeżeli tak się sprawy mają, to i może się odblokowało to zadanie i skończymy tę frakcyjną zabawę. Poczekajcie. Jeśli taki jest układ, to i może się to naprawiło. Gdzie, kurde, czasami może warto. To może jak się uda, to skończymy tę frakcyjną zabawkę. Jeżeli to zadanie pójdzie do przodu. No patrzcie ich. Zobaczymy zaraz.
You want to try the Red Mile? Well, I'm game.
To ci dopiero. Patrzcie państwo. Dobra, gdzie się to szło teraz? Tutaj. Zaraz to sprawdzimy. A wejść Starfielda zrobił może swoje. Naprawili parę problemów. Dobra, bo niektóre zadania były faktycznie popagowane. Ciekawe, czy to pójdzie zrobić. To chyba jest. Nie, to chyba jest totalnie już skopane. Bo ona nie chce się ruszyć.
Hello.
A ona powinna iść, a nie chce. Nie pójdziesz. Bo teoretycznie ona tu powinna iść.
you notified your family.
A ona tego nie chce zrobić.
But this is serious business gambling. Too risky for me.
A stoi jak talluja. No nie chcesz iść? Nie pójdzie, patrz, widzieliście? To małpa wredna. Zwiesiła się. No ament. O, nic nie pogadać, nic. Łez jest wolony totalnie. O, chyba że... No nie bardzo raczej laska.
May fortune smile on you today.
No nie. Nie da rady. Typa samce. Nie damy rady, wysłuchaj. No właśnie tak, tylko że tego wprowadzenia kurde ona nie chce nam dać, więc co ja mam zrobić? No. I tu mam kurde punkt umiejętności. I tak w sumie to nie wiem, nawet nie mam gastro. Kradzież to chyba jednak nie będę chciał. Skradanie się, wydolność. Wydolności nie mam. Box nie. A, bo my możemy sobie tu wpakować jeszcze wcześniej coś, tak? Ładowność statków. Ej, no to by było dobre. Ładowność systemy statków. Ładowność. Ładowność. Dobra laska, no nic z tym nie zrobimy. Jesteś wolona totalnie. Nic z tym nie zrobimy. Sorki. Nie jesteśmy w stanie nic na to poradzić. No przynajmniej tamten quest 1 zaliczył, czyli mamy w sumie tylko jeden zbagowany. To tak dosyć chyba srogo. Jego by się przydało na nowo zacząć, ale to już jest raczej niemożliwe. Co ja tu mogę wziąć? Nie tak w sumie to... A co konkretnie? O. Tak tylko tyle dawało, żeby tylko to sprawdzić, tak? Ta Sara nie żyje, okej. Ona nie będzie z nami już robiła podróży. No to lecimy w tą stronę.
Hey, you might want
This is
this.
UC Security. Prepare to be scanned for contraband. Be advised, you have been identified as a known criminal. You're on the wanted list. Halt and prepare to be boarded, or we will be forced to open fire. Copy that. Stay on course while we escort you in.
Spoko. No dobrze. Kradzione przedmioty zostaną skonfiskowane.
Oh yeah, that's UC Security. They're busier than normal these days, it seems.
Ej, a ja nie chcę. Co oni to? Co my? Oni mnie odholowali do Nowej Atlantydy z powrotem. Co za kutasiarze. Jakie małpy wredne.
I have something for
Be
you.
advised, you are entering United Colony space. Please maintain course and prepare to be scanned. Scan complete. Welcome to Gagarin. You are cleared to land.
Nareszcie.
This whole planet smells weird. Like chemicals and smoke.
Mać, co tym razem?
I was just thinking that this is about what Irvin saw all those years ago when he arrived. He probably stood here thinking that he was going to make things better. He had a good heart. We need to reopen the case. See if there's anything that was overlooked the first time. We've done some legwork remotely, but we need to do some good old-fashioned investigating now. Hopefully it will be enough to clear Irvin's name. Oh, you remind me of him sometimes, wanting to make things right. And when you said it out loud, you know, I actually believe he can do it. I just hope our lawyer is as confident. Yes, but listen. Nobody will stand up against the mining corporations around here. They're scared. She didn't want to lose the case, but she didn't have a lot to go on. Thanks to us, now she does. I sent that to our lawyer already. I asked her to confidentially review what we found. Ellie Yankton. She worked on Irvin's previous case. Ellie is one of the few lawyers on this planet who's willing to take on the mining corporations in court. Right. She said she would meet us at our office when we arrive. Hopefully she can tell us what we need to do in order to clear Irvin's name. Let's stick together, though. Gagarin isn't a huge town, but it's not the kind of town that I want to get lost in.
Welcome to Gagarin. Your ship needs fuel?
Those
Repairs?
jobs aren't coming back. But Reliant Medical, Archmite, and
Lecimy.
Saturnine are dedicated to Gagarin. We were just hoping Gagarin.
Apparently, the corporate is set for
Well, well, well. Barrett, you're actually here. Astounding.
Ellie! Ellie, come on. I promised we'd stop by, didn't I?
People make promises all the time, Barrett. And most folks try to avoid Gagarin, not visit it. Anyway, I'm glad you made it out here. We have work to do, don't we? Not exactly, but similar cases. A corporation commits a crime and needs a scapegoat, so they select someone powerless to target.
The quintessential Gagarin tale.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Yes. It was my first case as a bright-eyed, optimistic lawyer.
Well, starting your career with a defeat is rough, Ellie.
It was. But in a way, it made me more determined. It's not a resort. It's a working town run by mining corporations. You don't come here unless you need to, and you don't stay unless you have to.
Or unless you're a bright-eyed, optimistic lawyer who genuinely wants to make things better for others. Right, Ellie?
You're kind, Barrett. Yes, I suppose there's that type of person as well. Down to business. Perfect. What do you already know?
So we already know that Irvin worked for Hephaestus Mining Company years ago, and they blamed him for catastrophic economic and ecological issues here in Gagarin.
Yes. He lost his case because he didn't defend himself, and we had almost no evidence without him. He was publicly blamed for the economic woes, and his accounts were seized in compensation.
His account on Gagarin specifically. It was just the amount he was paid years ago for the job.
Right. They would have taken his assets and other settlements, but by law, his death prevented it.
I recall receiving a message asking him to appear in court a day after his funeral.
An unfortunate reality of interplanetary legal communiques, I'm afraid. Well, we can bring the case to a judge here if we have new evidence or a witness.
What about the evidence we found so far?
Yes, well, about that. It's just not enough. Best case scenario? We clear his name, and his assets are returned, plus additional compensation. Not on its own, no. It's circumstantial. Helpful to support our claim, but not enough. In order for me to go before a judge, I'd like to have some solid evidence pertaining to motive. The courts won't entertain a challenge to its ruling unless we're sure that something major was missed in the original trial.
What was the motive from the original trial?
We had no solid motive after our witness withdrew his testimony. Yeah, we need something major. Documentation, recordings, a witness, something.
It's been so long. How could we find anything like that?
I've thought about this a lot since the original case. The mine that Irvin worked at was shuttered in 2309. They probably still have documents relating to whatever happened there with him. Not necessarily. To Hephaestus, it might be cheaper to run away and let the dust bury it all.
Not really. All I know is that it's a Hephaestus mine from 20 years ago, somewhere on Gagarin.
I don't have a couple decades to wait for you to search them all, so we'll need to narrow it down. That's where you come in. I don't know which mine he worked at when the incident took place. In theory, you could find that information on a Foundry terminal, if you can access it. You'll need a passcode. That's the hard part. Besides the Foundry records, there also might be something in Irvin's apartment. If he knew he was being framed, he might have held on to some documents there.
You know, now that you mention it, I know a cozy place nearby where we could relax and maybe find some evidence helpful for the case.
You both realize I'm still here, right?
Irvin had an old apartment nearby. I never sold it. We could search it and see if he left anything there from the job.
Why didn't you lead with that, Barrett?
Hey, at least I didn't forget entirely. Dear Diary, today we created an ecological disaster and then blamed it on an off-worlder. Love Hephaestus.
Funny. But you'd be surprised how often people write down things that get them into serious trouble.
Oh, do tell.
For comparison, I just finished a case against another company that was charged with illegally dumping waste near the town's water supply. Their permits specified a site that would have cost twice as much fuel, so they sent a memo to the driver to dump it at the first available location just outside of town.
They actually wrote that down. Classic. Do you think your Argos extractor's credentials could work? That would be handy.
Barrett, you brought someone with relevant work experience? I admire that.
I'm nothing if not resourceful, Ellie.
If that doesn't work, then maybe talk shop with another worker. See if they can help.
We just need to find the mine where Irvin worked 20-some years ago. How hard could that be?
Let me level with you both. It might not be possible to find enough evidence, but we may as well try, right? At least we'll know one way or another. If you'll excuse me, I have to get some court documents ready for this case.
I should still have a key to Irvin's apartment. I hope it's worth our time, but I can't be sure. Found? Just why?
Moment, teraz muszę się dowiedzieć. Udaje się znaleźć.
You ever read about the early history of space flight?
To jest opcji co?
So political.
No dwie w sumie.
So familiar
Faktycznie.
sometimes.
Lecimy najpierw tam.
Let's see if there's any way to search the data.
chyba nie wyszło. Co to miał kurwa zrobić? Co od tego chcę?
Rough day, right? Ah, you just moved here thinking it would be different, right? That's how they got me too. Shh, don't say her name around here. If anyone heard that, I'm fired for good.
Coś jest nie tego. Ale pomyślimy. Wyjdziemy z tego.
Some people grew up here. I don't know if that's a good thing.
Ten komputer nie chce nam współpracować.
Nobody works in the mines here thinking we'll get rich, friend.
Well, it's got some amenities and protections, but not as much enforcement. A good balance for some.
It's just the best option for a lot of us right now. Friend, I don't get paid to chit-chat about work. Look, I'm on my break here. Bother somebody else.
Not looking to disrupt your personal time. We're new here.
New here, huh? Well, you can access any paychecks at the computer once per pay cycle. Don't forget your passcode. You can also get the coordinates to your assigned mine there. Easy. Welcome to the team. We drink at Liz's.
Żeby zapis było.
Look at you. So clean. Friend, I don't... That information is confidential. I think you may be right.
Może masz rację.
I'm not an unreasonable person, you know.
No patrz, od razu wyszło, kurde.
You can use my employee passcode to
Szybko,
access
pyk,
that
pyk, pyk.
foundry terminal over there. I'll just say I lost it somewhere.
Impressive.
Next time I'm going to take a nap on top of a building. Nobody ever looks up there.
Okej.
Coordinates look valid to me. Imagine Irvin thinking the same thing all those years ago. Just a job, right? Well, at least we know where to keep looking, right? This is what we do. We're explorers, adventurers. But yeah, other than that, it's my fight. I don't want to get anyone else involved. Essentially, any documentation that screams, Irvin isn't guilty, we made it up. I guess we'll see what state the mine is in. It's possible they collapsed it before they left. We just won't know until we get there. If that's the case, we'll just have to figure something out.
A teraz lecimy tam.
Why is no one talking about bringing back Max? The city was fine before. I was thinking about going for a hike outside the canyon. I remembered where we are.
They probably never intended for these walkways to last this long.
Tu jeszcze coś mamy.
That's Anita up at the Vanguard office. She's pretty good.
You been to Clint's recently?
O, no, ale tu jest, jeszcze coś jest. Tam mam. Musi coś jeszcze być.
I've got applications in at ArcMite and Reliant. And I know most of the other applicants, so I
Here.
think I'm a shoo-in.
Use this key.
Okej.
After you, Captain. Now I get why he wanted me to look after his plants. No windows, insufficient power for proper lamps. Oh, he must have been miserable. No wonder he wrote so much.
Nowa
Wait a sec.
komputera.
What about this safe? I bet it's locked by a terminal.
Taka komputera.
Well, I'll be. If you ever doubted Irvin's genius, look at all this.
Trudne. Raz, dwa, trzy, cztery, pięć. Raz, dwa, trzy, cztery, pięć, sześć. To ja bym proponował po trzy. Po trzy bym proponował. No tyle, że teraz jest kłopot. A, znalazłem. Odpowiedni hak. 2, 3, 4. Raz, dwa, trzy. No to może być nawet ta czwarta. Jedynkę mamy, jedynkę mamy, jedynkę. Potrzebna nam kolejna jakaś trójka. O cholera. To problem. Ale ja to i tak dorwę się do tego. No i tak, cześć. Cześć, Patros. Hej, moderatorzy. Ja i tak się do tego dorwę, bo się muszę dorwać. Tu mamy 3, ej, mamy trójkę jakąś. Mamy tyle, że kurwa nie pasuje. Moment, 1, 2. Ta nie pasuje, ta pasuje, ale to jest 1. Dobra, to 1 pasują, ale nas interesuje 2, 1, bo to jest w ten sposób. Teraz by było najlepiej po te 4 używać, bo one są najbardziej takie tego. I jakąś tam 2 albo 3 najlepiej, tyle że 3 nie użyjemy. 2 nie użyjemy. O kurwa. Tak i... Co? Jesteśmy w dupie trochę. Pyk. Może tak z tego wyjdziemy, bo jeszcze mam możliwości. Teraz mamy 3. Czy my jesteśmy w dupie? Bo będzie problem. Bo ja 3, ale ja nie będę miał potem jak otworzyć. Gdybym miał 2 dwójki, nie. A, Boże, porażka. Jak się do tego dostać? Cholera. Jeszcze raz, by nie tracić. Szkoda, że nie mam automatycznej. Ciężko go wrobić, ten zamek. Nie wiem. Teoretycznie nie muszę, ale chcę. Ale chcę. Raz, 2, 3, 4, 5. Czekajcie. Najlepiej by było poczwórne. Raz, 2, 3. Tylko, że czy one w ogóle, widzicie? 4 są takie, że one kurwa nie chcą współpracować. No. I w tym jest problem. No i to jest kurde. Kurwa, ja nawet bardzo trudny kiedyś otworzyłem. Czemu to jest takie gówno? Nie dopasujesz. Są mi pojedyncze, jak ja chcę. Dobra, ostatni raz spróbuję. Jak mi to głupie jest. Są mi pojedyncze, jak... Czemu ja nie mogę? Chyba zbyt... Bez sensu. Czy to, co chciałem, to i tak mam, więc... Ale chcę zobaczyć, co to jest. Mamy 2, 4, 6, 7. Widzicie? Ej, 7 jest. Raz, 2, 3, 4. No i kurwa, czemu 4 nie mogę użyć? No teraz tu mogę tę 4 używać. Tak, tylko że muszę najpierw mieć dobrze nacelowane. I 3. O, no i teraz to mi by pasowało. Pyk, no i mamy. Teraz mamy 2. No i 2 wymaga... 2. I co mam zrobić? Bo mam 2. No, A ta dwójka jest, nie dopasujesz. I nie dopasujesz i musisz kurwa na 2 jedynki iść. Bo inaczej tego nie otworzysz. Musisz użyć tych pojedynczych. I teraz jest kurwa najgorzej. Bo mamy tak, raz, dwa. Mamy jakieś 4. Może jeszcze, żeby tylko... O. Czwórki, tylko czy ja potem jestem w stanie otworzyć resztę? Oto jest pytanie. Taka porażka w ogóle, nie? Pyk. No i teraz tak. Trójki nie. Ale dwójkę jestem w stanie zrobić. I tu jest jedynka. Tada! Otwieranie sejfu zakończone. A, bo ja i tak potrzebowałem to otworzyć. Bo tu są rzeczy poza kasą, tym i tym. A, to i tak było potrzebne. Widzicie, to ja to i tak musiałbym zrobić. Zdolny jestem. Poza 4. razem, ale otworzyłem ten cholerny zamek.
The more the merrier. Unless you're Hephaestus. It was a bit strange going through Irvin's old things, though. I was hoping for some old pictures, but nothing. What's that you have there? A plant? No, but I did find a few slates that might give us a clue. As well as a reminder to finish a physics paper that I never did. Yeah, but not for the trial. Let no one say that Irvin Madani didn't have a sentimental side. The proof is in this plant, with an assist from this self-sustaining habitat dish. Witchcraft, probably. But if you want a more scientific explanation, I have a couple of theories. It could go through states of hibernation, or draw moisture from the air the way epiphytic plants do. There's also that habitat dish Irvin set up for it, which gave it light and nutrients. Still, I'm not ruling out witchcraft. I'm not sure. It might not even be a plant. It might technically be a fungus. But there's probably a reason why Irvin tried his best to keep it alive. When we get back home, I'll go through some of his research notes. It might tell us something more about this plant. Hopefully it's not poisonous. No, maybe not. But it helps me. Irvin was the last person to handle this plant. It mattered to him. No matter how the case goes, this warms my heart. I didn't expect to find it, but I love that I did. In any event, I'll go through Irvin's notes in more detail later. There's probably a flowchart somewhere with this little guy's name on it. Oh, on that note, we should give it a name. I'm thinking something simple yet refined. What do you think of Harvey? Then it's unanimous. Okay. The 3 of us should get back to it. You, me, and Harvey have a case to solve.
Okej. Dobra, no to co teraz? jeszcze jakiś ten, coś tam niby mamy. Hoplala. Kurde. To zadanie jest już, kurde, rozpieprzone na cały ten.
Folks, Uncle Garen. You just want to be my...
Jezu.
Sponsored by have faced this after all. We will be very interested to see this.
Okej. Mamy co? A, że tu możemy się udać jeszcze, okej. I tutaj jeszcze możemy czegoś poszukać, tak?
Careful. This place would...
Ale to idziemy najpierw po obiedzie to zrobimy. Zedwo! Dobra ludzie, jestem.
Shuttered 20 years ago. But it might
Co
have
to jest,
sense
kurde?
now.
Aha. Cześć. Gin! Co my tu mamy? Jakieś amunicje? Nie, laser. Ja laser mam. Co ty, pajączku, byś chciał? Spadaj!
All right.
Admina zhakować. Bardzo no, to jest na trudnym. Raz, dwa, trzy, cztery. A, rzeczy są czwórki takie, jak ja bym chciał. Czurnia, bo nie ma. A może są jakieś dwie dwójki? Raz, dwa, trzy, cztery. Może coś znajdziemy. Test. To nie pasuje nam. Jednym to zhakować. Ale widzę, że kurwa ciężko, nie da się. No trudno, to zrobimy tak i zrobimy tu jedynkę. Teraz bym potrzebowali czwórek. Tylko ciekawe jak to mam ustawić. A w ten sposób. I dwójka. Ładnie.
Let's go find Irvin and Helge's lab stations.
Ładnie. I teraz musimy to przeszukać. Znowu mamy trudne zamki. Mamy raz, dwa, trzy, cztery. Raz, dwa, trzy, cztery, pięć, sześć. Czyli kurwa, no to dwie czwórki idą w ruch. Może być w ten sposób. Jakaś dwójka by się przydała. Zaraz. Dwa, trzy i trójka jakaś. Aż dziwne, że to nie pasuje. Te pasują. A to 3. Jeszcze jakieś trójkę by się przydało. Ja pierdzielę. Ile tu jest hakowania? Dwa, trzy, cztery. Sensu.
That was fast.
Kurde no, tylko że... Jeszcze coś tu jest. Ja pierdolę.
It was the destruction of the bacterial colonies, not the apex predators. So, they ruined the ecosystem here, and it had nothing to do with Earth. This is it. This is what Ellie needs to see.
I dowodów.
witnesses here with these scans?
Poszukaj dowodów. O Jezus.
That was a weird noise.
Moment. Wyłącz bota. Pewnie był nas tym. Czy mnie to chyba już zrobił, co? Czy mi się wydaje? Czekajcie. Tu zrobione. Dobrze. Kurde. To tutaj też musi być. Ej, tu jeszcze nie dokoniecznie. Dobra, to twojego może być włączone. Bo ty tam szczylasz, stary. Chyba tam na dupiu, ale ja muszę tutaj nadupcyć w niego. Jezu. Chyba do czytania to tu dużo jest.
Like Helgi tried to do the right thing here. I'm sure Ellie would want to see this.
Ale to chyba wszystko. O ja! To dupcy. Super. Wow! Ale że wpadł prosto do jego gniazda. No dobra, chodź. Dobra. Dupia jademy. Pajęczaku. Pajęczak cholerny. Opla. O, kolejny. Spoko. Kurde, ale ich tu jest. Bum, bum, bum. No ja chcę nic od ciebie. Stary. Czy tu w ogóle? A nie wiem, czy tu. W ogóle to może inaczej. inaczej. Po co ja mam się męczyć? Może się da inaczej to zrobić. Ogólnie teraz na tej samej planecie. Tyle, że tu, w tym miejscu. No, ja się nie będę męczył. O pająki Paulinę trzeba zawołać. Ona tam. Ona to jest w ogóle już. Nie. Nie robi to już żadnej wrażenia, wiesz? Ty, jak to kurwa? Czemu mi pokazujesz? Tu, debilu. Ja się z nimi męczę, jak ja się mogę teleportować z tych podziemi. Też debil jestem. Paula to już nie. Powiem ci, uodporniła się i tyle, no co. Dobra. Te strzałki mnie kłócą tędy. Tędy. I góra. XD.
Hello.
Welcome back, detectives.
Ellie.
Welcome back, you two. How was the trip to the mine?
Oj, dużo tego.
You're gonna love this, Ellie.
Okay, someone better tell me. Come on.
We found the coordinates to Irvin's old work site and went there. Huge battle. Fire, explosions.
I co, wymasowany?
Ale wiesz, że my to źle robili?
Czemu?
Bo my mieli, ta mata trzeba obrócić, my na dnie tej maty leżeli.
Anyway,
jak to?
No, i masował się głównie tapczan, a nie my.
Aha, czyli ona musi być odwrócona.
To czarne musi być na dnie.
To bym musiał jeszcze raz zobaczyć.
No, tata, wiesz kiedy się kapła, bo tata na to ciepło, nie?
No.
Jakże chyciła ten tapczan, to był gorący.
Aha.
Bo no kurde, to on grzeje, rozumiesz?
Od spodu.
Od spodu, nie? No i obróciła to i patrza szybko na ta instrukcja, patrza rzeczywiście takie, bo on ma wtedy takie wypukłości tam.
Nie, to ja sam może jeszcze raz pyta zrobię, bo jestem ciekawy teraz.
Za chwilę, bo ja teraz a my to ślubnie na razie.
Ciągnęliście to!
Ale nie to na zimnie to.
To może to na ziemi leżeć w sumie.
He was our star witness the first time and he never showed up.
A jest tak ciekawy.
Around town. After he went a bit weird.
I can handle a bit weird.
Clearly.
No ja pójdę jeszcze raz.
The judge might feel differently. It might be worth finding some character witnesses too.
Dobra, to ja to zaraz se zrobię, bo to nie może tak być, panie.
I'm glad you're taking it in stride. It's just, for a case with this much science, we need the man who wrote the claims to back them up.
Poczekajcie, ja to muszę jeszcze raz se zrobić, wiecie? Tylko skończyłem ten dialog i aż pójdę to zrobię, bo dzisiaj to...
We can verify these documents are real, but Hephaestus can counter by attacking Helgi's character. They'll label him a disgruntled employee and then find a dozen independent scientists to confirm Irvin was at fault. But with Helgi in court, he can explain the science and help me challenge any countering theories during cross-examination.
To muszę aż to se zrobić.
That's also a bit tricky. He's hard to find. doesn't really stay in one place for long. You might ask Dr. Kayala. She checks up on folks who fall through the cracks sometimes. You'd have to convince her to tell you where he is. That might be hard.
Sounds like we're making a stop at the med clinic. We'll be back when we convince Helge to be a witness.
Listen, if he refuses, then he refuses. Can't force him.
Yeah, we don't want to press him too hard. The last thing we need is him refuting what he wrote. This is going to take a light touch, but I think we can handle it.
Dobra, ja idę sobie to jeszcze raz ogarnąć. Poczekajcie. Jestem. Ej, fajne to było. Masakra. Zajebiście. Zajebiście. Dobra. Jeszcze. A cześć. O, ja właśnie po masażu przyszłem. Bo aż musiałem jeszcze raz to sprawdzić, bo myśmy to źle robili, a teraz już mam dobrze. Już wiem wszystko co, jak i z czym. O, jakie to uczucie dziwne. Bo mata masująca, wiesz? Wujek chciał też kupić. Kupcie i żeśmy kupili. Fajnie na kręgosłup ci powiem w sumie. Się na plecach położysz? Odpisałem ci na Discordzie w sumie. Ale się na plecach położysz to fajnie, możesz mieć ten. To powiem ci, że spoko. Byś ten na kręgosłup dobre, bo wiem, że ty też masz. No, a to nie jest takie straszliwe. Żeby was tam. O, Jezus.
We're trying to get his help.
Sorry, who are you exactly?
We're detectives. Self-taught and unaffiliated. Freelance detectives. With the emphasis on the free part.
Wait, what? Detectives? Sorry, I don't think I know what you're talking about. I treat anyone who walks in my doors, if I'm able to.
Da. No, byłem to jeszcze raz sprawdzić, bo tam kurde żeśmy to na odwrót położyli i jeszcze raz byłem zobaczyć i faktycznie jest inaczej. Jeszcze wygrzany, bo to na dodatek można sobie włączyć nagrzanie, wiesz, że ci grzeje tam do 60 stopni ona się nagrzewa. I ci powiem, fajnie. Jeszcze bo ja to miałem w tej webie tam na rehabilitacji to miałem i kupiliśmy identyczną matę co ma ten program, identyczny ten sam program, ale dodatkowo jeszcze ma inne 5 programów, nie? Ja sobie następnym razem inny wezmę, włączę, zobaczę co tam jest.
Only every single time I see him. But listen, I don't have time to chat.
Ty, to jak kurwa, to jak kiedyś przyjedziesz, to ci to kurde załatwię, to ci to włączę. To włączymy ci to.
Ellie's a good person.
Że to ci to włączymy, jakbyś kiedyś przyjechała. Powiem ci, taka mata 370 zł kosztuje. Taka mata.
I've got to get back to my work here, so if there's nothing else. If it's patient medical records you're after, I'll remind you, I'm not at liberty to discuss that.
We're thinking of taking Hephaestus to court with Dr.
Także fajnie, powiem ci.
Given his situation, we're worried the defense might cast aspersions on his character, even question his mental health.
Ale ci mogę wysłać nawet, który model mam, ten, który jakbyś chciała. To ci mogę posłać. Tą matę. Wiem, że pewnie teraz nie kupisz, ale...
We'll definitely need you for the trial. Ellie Yankton will be in touch.
No promises, given patient confidentiality, but I'll do my best. Let's take a look. Not so bad, really. Huh. Interesting. Have you had episodes like this before? I need to
get karka.
If you don't mind.
lost? Welcome to Clint's. Whatever you need, I'm sure I've got it lying around somewhere. Except mech parts. Don't trade those anymore, so don't waste your time asking. Well, for one, it's illegal in UC space.
Kurwa, ona musi
Used to be Gagarin's bread and butter.
o wszystkim
Since they
pisać.
were banned in the armistice, I get 1 to 2 folks a month asking what kind of relics I might have lying
No
around.
właśnie ten, nie? Ale matę mówię ci... No dobra. Znaczy ta rehabilitacja, jak miałem za darmo te masaże. Wiadomo, znaczy w sensie jak wykupiłaś turnus. Ale no ta mata jest 370 zł i masujesz się ile chcesz, no. Znaczy w sensie musisz mieć tak, ona 15 minut ma ten program i musisz mieć 15 minut przerwy. Po 15 minutach znowu byś mogła, nie? I tak to działa.
If you need anything, just follow the sound of falling inventory.
Wiem, że teraz to cię nie stać, ale no ogólnie mówię, że jak chcesz, to możesz kiedyś.
Gagarin.
I wtedy ci to normalnie mówię ci, fajnie.
Mechs were our specialty.
Jak kiedyś przyjedziesz, to możesz sobie mnie sprawdzić, a potem sobie zobaczysz, czy kupisz takie coś.
But if you needed a system that wouldn't let you down in a pinch, you piloted a Gagarin. But that all dried up when the mechs were banned with the armistice. Now, you've got these new firms coming in. Arkmite, Centauri Mills. Claim they're here to revitalize the city. Which is funny, since their employees refuse to step foot in most of it. Plenty more competition for stores like mine, that's for sure. UC had a lot more money to throw around in those days. During the war, I couldn't keep the shelves stocked. At first, because of all the demand. But later, because the Freestar Collective flotillers were so damn good at picking off...
Dawidowi jeszcze trzeba zrobić masaż, jak przyjdzie za godzinę. To mu pokażemy to, nie? Nie mu się przyda, bo on po tej Biedronce to też czasami go kręgosłup na dupco, nie?
Way beyond the city. But you could still hear the guns all the way from here. It was like, shoo, thunder. So when the thunder stopped, well, so did Gagarin in a way. Good way to think about it. Hopefully I'll be around long enough to see the end result. Funny you ask, because I'd like to know too. He owes me a sizable debt. I've seen him around, but never in one place, except when he needs money. I offered him a job, but he showed up to work drunk one day and I had to let him go. I don't have any ill will toward him. Sure, the credits I'd like to have back, but only because it'll mean he's gotten his life together. Enough that he's no longer allowed in my store. I don't like denying service to anyone, but it's the principle of the matter.
Ja sobie bardziej tam kręgosłup zdupiłam, jak już robiłam w Legnicy. No widzisz, no. Wiem, no bo ten cię musiał...
Yeah, I don't want to be mixed up with anything like that. You're starting to make a lot of sense. I'm glad you understand the position I'm in here. All right, fine. I don't know where
Taki bólu do niewytrzymania. No przydałoby ci się, zobaczyłabyś jak to kurde jest ten. Mówię ci, takie fajne ten byś. Mówię, mogłabyś spróbować zobaczyć jak to wygląda.
Me? Borrow from Helgi? Not that I recall.
We just need someone to serve as his character witness, given your long-standing reputation in the city.
Sure, I can say a few words.
Kiedyś kurwa przyjedziesz, to ci to spróbujemy zrobić, zobaczysz. Za maszynka. Ja bym ci to puścił.
Trade in a little bit of everything here, except mix. Too old to be dealing with that black market stuff.
I wonder if there are any mining jobs on Mars these days.
Ach, sprintuję w ogóle. A ja z matką dzisiaj i nie od do siebie. Ojej! To jest lipa trochę. Ej, Paula, powiem ci, ty to masz spinę co chwilę z nimi, wiesz, o byle co. Więc to w sumie u ciebie chyba norma.
Not as a rule, no. Just the ones that come to Gagarin and want to change it. And those folks usually ask for disgusting, overly complicated drinks. You one of them? Feel free to see yourself out, Spritz.
A reputation already? I'm impressed.
This man used to be rich. Used to own the whole apartment building up there.
Jakie długie to zadanie, ja pierdzielę.
Lost it all about 20-ish years ago, and not by any activities that I keep tabs on. You're funny. But seriously, you do want to talk to this guy, right? I already sent you the coordinates.
Bo nie obudziła mnie, jak kurier był, miał. Paczkę wziął, ale nic tym nie zrobiła, a mi się nie... Dupy jeszcze... Nie mam słów, aha. A, czyli żeś se usnęła, a kurier, czyli kurier był po paczkę i wziął ją.
You knock back a couple when I wasn't looking.
Nie liczy się to, że nie rzucili, ale jak ja mam im zwracać to zadowoleni.
Hey, still in there? Sure do. I came into some money right around the time the...
Ale wziął, no to ci chyba zwrócą, nie? Jak kurier już to wziął, zabrał.
I got this place for a wink and a nod. I've been slinging drinks the way I like them ever since. Bunch of corporate marionettes moving in, setting up shop.
Kurde no.
They think we're just a bunch of cheap factories and dumb labor that'll leap at whatever scraps they toss us. But Gagarins are tough by default. We've got exactly zero need of corporate condescension. Lucky you. I've got a little project I could use some help with. You've seen all the neckties and power suits wandering around town? Feels like they're everywhere. And while I like a bunch of stuck-up New Atlantean MBAs defiling my city as much as I enjoy unmedicated
Wiecie, wziął,
dental
ale
surgery,
wrzasku tyle ma,
they've got the credits.
że ja
So sooner or
pierdolę.
later, I'm going to need to start serving them
Paula, to, że masz
else.
wrzaski, to... No wiesz, wrzaski, no... Jak, Paula, u ciebie to jest dzień jak co dzień. Wrzaski. No ale trochę to jest takie z tymi wrzaskami. Kurde, to ja już sobie nie wyobrażam, co by było, jakbyś tą motę kupiła nagle i tak. Patrz na ciebie, to jakaś mota, to za dziadostwo. Co ty z tym będziesz robiła? Kurde. Masakra.
Look, if you're about to pitch bile, could you take it outside? There's this ship whose crew had to ditch mid-flight. I presume it's some kind of luxury liner because it's supposedly got an impressive collection of booze on it. I want you to go to the ship, find the best stuff on board, and bring it to me. Anything else on the ship is yours to keep. Plus, I'll throw in some credits for your trouble. My contact's reliable. More than that, not your job to know. My rumor was light on details.
Nie da się spokojnie
Lesser luxury craft, a pleasure yacht or the like. Not going
No,
to find the sort of beverages
powiem ci tak.
nerves.
U nas to w styczniu masz ten. Więc no.
A fair concern. Fine. I'll make sure you get paid a premium. You'll find the ship doing laps around Grissom. And be
Teraz to nie wiem, bo...
I'm not paying for broken bottles, okay?
Jak ty się wkur... Jeszcze niżej.
Okay. Well, I've had that effect on people before.
Dobra. Widzę, że ten Starfield to takie nie wyjdzie, takie hop-siup.
I don't suppose you're here to tell me I've won a ticket to a new planet, huh?
Sorry, Doctor. Not today. We came to Gagarin to investigate Irvin Mandani's contract with the mining company a long time ago. Ring any bells?
Irvin, yeah. Biologist. Hunter. Yeah, I remember him. Why? Who are you people? Then find the history slate. An ancient history slate. Because that's what it is.
Please. Irvin was once one of your colleagues. He was the one Hephaestus blamed for an ecological disaster about 20 years ago.
Czasem. Ty dobrze pomagam im czasem.
I don't remember.
No tak. O, a oni się jeszcze tak odpłacają, nie?
It's been 20 years. 20. Get out of here.
Look, I know this is strange. We show up out of the blue about things that happened decades ago. But right now, nobody save us knows the truth.
Mówię, nie, że...
That means we're the only ones who can clear
No
Earth.
co? RTV ode mnie coś chce.
Then Irvin should have showed up at the trial to defend it
Boże, co oni ode mnie chcą?
This can't be the only time something like this has happened. Someone needs to hold this.
No dobra, wielki finał Black Friday, wydupcać.
Testify. The trial is over, the verdict rendered. In case you two clowns didn't get the memo.
Brata, aż mi monitor podrzuci. Luzik. Ludzik. My też będziemy czekać, aż będziesz mogła pograć z nami. Jak będziesz monitor miała, to...
They said if I ever left Gagarin, they... I left my wife to protect her. She didn't deserve any of this.
Pożyczenie jest taki, że nie zawsze go mogę mieć, w których momentach może go zabrać. Aha. No to spoko, no ale to... Ja myślę, że jak on ci to zabrał już, no to tam jutro dostarczy. Jak tego, to powinien ci zwrócić chyba w przyszłym tygodniu tą kasę, co? Tak mi się wydaje, no bo po co by mieli ten? Jak już to no to chyba ci zwrócą, nie?
Ellie Yankton. But why? It doesn't matter. Nothing's changed. I cannot do that. Why is this so hard to understand here? What's right? That makes a lot of sense now that I think about it. Fine, you've convinced me.
Ładnie.
I'd be willing to testify on one condition. I want to know what happened to Irvin. Because when he disappeared, let's just say I had an epiphany. Hephaestus didn't need to say a word. That's when I knew the threats against me and my family were real.
Dr. Hawkson, it wasn't Hephaestus that took Irvin's life. It was the war. Irvin was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Caught in the crossfire.
Then I am sorry for your loss. It won't change the past for either of us. But I will testify. And maybe, wherever Irvin is, you'll be glad that we can finally stick it to those assholes at Hephaestus.
Thank you, Doctor.
Yeah, don't get all mushy on me now. I need a drink.
Dobrze, teraz tak. Czy ja już mam możliwość? Co to mam? Co? Ten punkt mam. Perswazja. Chyba jeszcze jedną perswazję muszę wygrać. Nie wiem, co z tego wyniknie, Karol, wolę być czujna, bo ja już... Ja mam tyle chorych akcji, że szkoda gadać. Spoko. Jezu, jakie to długie jest, masakra. No dobra, no, spoko, zobaczymy co będzie, no. Pilnuj ich tam, ale... Mam nadzieję, że będzie gites. Że jakoś to się wszystko ułoży i będzie dobrze. Tędy. Tędy? Chuj, nie tędy chyba. Kurwa macie. Tędy. Tędy i gdzie teraz? Cholery. Hop. Hop. Haha.
Helgi agreeing to testify is a great help.
Okay, you two, lay it on me. Did you find Helgi? Did he agree to testify?
Well, we've got good news and, well, That's it. Just more good news.
Okay. Does that mean he said yes? What do we look like? New Atlantis? No.
No.
Then we better hope that our other evidence holds up.
Hold up.
Interesting. Clint's an institution here on Gagarin, but I don't know if his perception of Helgi lines up with the story we're trying to tell. Well, you two have done all that you could. Now it's time to hand the baton off to me.
What do you think, Ellie? Do we have a chance?
You've done a pretty decent job gathering evidence for this case.
So what's the verdict? In this case, I'd say spoilers are appreciated.
I am cautiously optimistic we can win this case.
Optimism is good, especially from you, Ellie.
We'll likely be able to clear Urban's name and charge Hephaestus with a number of crimes. The only challenge I see is getting all of that and recompense for Helgi. But I'll do my best. All in all, though, really outstanding work. We wouldn't have gotten this far without your efforts. And I've got to imagine that wherever Urban is, he appreciates it too.
Agreed, Ellie. And thanks for being our anchor in this. We should probably get out of Ellie's way and let her do her thing. We can talk more in private. Wow, we actually did it! Solved the case. And hopefully cleared Irvin's name. I feel like, what's the old saying? A great weight has been lifted off my shoulders? But it's actually true. I feel like I'm 80% biomass and 20% aerogel. It's a substance that is lighter than air, depending on the planet. Habitable planets tend to range from 1 to 2 milligrams per cubic centimeter. Most aerogels are about 1/10 of that. I feel like I'm currently hovering in that territory. Give or take 1/10.
Jak coś będę później. Spoko, jak coś będziemy na grupie, wiesz? Potem. Oj, jakoś tego na razie nie widać. Dobra, wyłączymy to.
It's a relief, a grace, a seismic gravitational shift. I feel like a new man. I hope so. It's always a tug of war between the workers and the mining corps. But there's one thing
widać w sumie teraz,
There's more of us than there are of them. All it takes is for the people to realize it. Ellie would know better than I, but I doubt it'll be anytime soon. These things tend to involve a lot of red tape. It's a special kind of adhesive that makes you stick to old filing cabinets and manila envelopes. I'm feeling great. Although I could do with some wine and cheese. Why stop at emotional satisfaction when we can indulge in the culinary too? But if I can be serious for a moment, thank you. I couldn't have done this without your help. That makes 2 of us. 3 if you count Harvey, and who wouldn't? He's practically family. In fact, Harvey's got a little explorer in him too. According to this slate I found, turns out that our spiky friend's been all across the galaxy. The plant? From Irvin's apartment? Just look at the slate. It'll explain. I doubt it. Harvey's a wanderer. Getting lost is how he finds his way home. We've been through a lot, haven't we? I had forgotten what it was like to work with someone so closely. On top of everything else we've done together and with Constellation, yeah, I think so. Investigating Irvin's case with you is something I'll remember forever. I've come to realize that some events, some people, stand out as pillars of my life. It's whatever leaves an impression on you, right? Moments that define our lives, where our future diverged from our expectations. People who changed you, or people you've changed. Yes, some of them do. And if we're lucky, they change us for the better. We only get a brief moment in this universe to interact, to feel, to be who we are and experience the range of emotions that our bodies and minds have evolved to comprehend. Maybe I did. But this is all from my heart, my friend. You're right. The variables involved are beyond human understanding. Being born in the right time, the right place, so much is beyond our control. If one is fortunate, you might even notice events and people changing you while it is in motion. Well, that's what I'm asking you, actually. Like any group, Constellation is only capable of doing that because of the people within it. I've explored many worlds, and I've worked with Constellation for most of my life. I cherish those memories, but you have changed me as a person forever. I don't want to look back years from now and wonder what if. I need to know what you think about us. No, not always. There are many ways to make someone feel loved, and you have done well in that regard. But I need this moment in my mind. I need to be able to look back and remember what we had in our hearts right here, right now. There's nothing more important to me in the entire universe, my friend. Hey, stranger. Let's chat sometime, okay?
We should catch up sometime. Later.
Listen, you risked your life to save me. I keep wondering if that made it harder to save Sarah, too. I've replayed those moments in my mind over and over, and you need to know that you did what a leader does. And if it had been me instead of her, I would feel at peace knowing that she made it. I know, and I can't say it's the best choice, but nevertheless, thank you. I don't know if you're ready to talk, or if you need 20 years to get to that point, or if you never want to talk about it again. But I just want you to know that if you do, I'm here for you. I don't know that I mean to say that, actually. But if it makes you feel better, then Consider it said. Of course. Could have been so much worse. We are all constellation. When a star goes nova, it can destroy everything nearby, or it can nourish a new era of planets and life and everything that goes with it. The galaxy is littered with the deaths of so many brilliant, wonderful stars. But if stars never went nova, then we wouldn't be who we are now. I didn't, until I started to work through it with a friend. This was a tragedy, but it was not your doing. You have to try not to sink in this moment. Trust me. You have to keep moving. You are exactly where you need to be right now. Sarah was our leader. She was a light in Aja's eye, and she kept everything together. She would tell you right now that this was not your fault. She would want us to focus and solve this problem together. Yes, we need to expect it and prepare. You know, we're fortunate. Constellation brought us all together and we're all better for it. If we're going to set things right, it's going to be because of that.
Okay. I lecimy dalej. Pyk. Dobra. Ha, to jest i my stąd musimy uciekać. Dokąd? Do tej planety. Kurwa jest w ogóle. Nawet nie do tej planety, tylko... Ciężko to określić do czego. To chyba do jakiegoś statku bardziej. To nie ma się kurczę. Nasz tu. Nie ma wyboru. Mam w sumie rację. Dokujemy na statku.
We've docked. I'm sure whoever's in that ship will be thrilled.
Seems empty. Keep an eye out for anything useful.
Wow. Aha. No nie, czyli tak się sprawy mają. Jeżeli wy się chcecie ze mną, ja myślałem, że będziemy rozmawiać. Widzę, że nie będziemy rozmawiać. Over here.
Well, they don't need it now. Only way in this puppy is to restore the power.
Co tu się odwala? Gdzie teraz? Bez sensu. To jest bez sensu misja, nie rozumiem. Pewny typ. Nie wiem, nie rozumiem. Starfield, pewny typ. Nie mam kurwa tego szukać. Kurwa, otwarta klapa, co to pieprzyć? Kurwa, w którym też miejscu, bo ja nie muszę wiedzieć. To gdzieś tu przy ścianach. Nie wiem, gdzie to może być. Czym wy pierdolicie w ogóle w tym poradniku? Nie wiem, porażka. Że porażka. Nie rozumiem. Że tu nic nie ma, kurde. Dobra, no ciebie nie ma, fajnie. No i tutaj potrzebował pomocy. Bo nie rozumiem. Co to? To są jakieś drzwi. Dobra, powiedzmy, że była tu, no i co? byłem w tej windzie. Dobra. To sobie przeszukuj. Tak coś, kurwa, jestem w pod. Typiarzu. Tylko jest baza. Czyli tu musi być włas gdzieś na górze.
See that hatch? Wonder if we can get to it.
Aha. Oj. Skurczybyk. To mnie pocisnął. Trochę.
Roger. Let's get to that.
Już widzę. To zagubię. A już muszę kończyć w ogóle.